South Portland, and welcome to Marshwood on the 23rd of September 2017.
Good evening, South Portland. We are here at the Marshwood Show, September 23rd, 2017. I'm Tom Lazard. I'll be evaluating you in ensemble music, and it'll be interesting to see you 2 weeks in a row. And very much enjoyed last week's presentation, and see what you've been able to do in this last week.
Drum major Andrew LeBlanc, is your band ready? Performing their 2017 program, the film music of Hans Zimmer, Maine Band Directors Association is proud to present South Portland High School Marching Band.
Okay, South Portland, see if it's what's set to go.
Okay, best of luck there, South Portland. Nice strong opening by the drum major. Yeah, vertical alignment, like right off the bat. Try to bring out the inner voices right there. That cascade is really beautifully done. Watch the quality of the release and the timing of the release and the trumpet right there. But that initial impression, it's a very, very wide drill spread, but you got to get that because that initial impression is obviously critical. Get work to dig out the articulation just with a greater clarity.
Make sure that they're consistent with the lower body technique there. Evolution of form works pretty well.
Okay, that was better. You picked that one off pretty well out of nowhere.
Musical voices, I think it's pretty solid.
The sense of cohesiveness within the ensemble needs to be at a greater level right here. Call and response between the battery and, the grounded battery and the winds is pretty good there. Yeah, be working to shape that, and really in terms of the communication, the horizontal communication, dee da, that could be a really good arrival point. Nice textural shift.
Use your eyes to set these forms, your file sets, and you're not at all detailed.
Now that could be a really cool moment, that little Pretty good from an ensemble viewpoint.
The way they maintain
You've defined pretty well what you want to do there.
the sense of line.
Yeah, just a little bit of disintegration of the melodic line, probably feet related. Nice feel though. There's a lot more to be had dynamically, but the feel is cool. Yeah, and trumpets, be real careful on your entrance that you're really hearing that before you play it, so the sonority, harmonic sonority, is not compromised.
Together, they want to make sure they complete one visual thought before they go to
A little bit more presence from the low brass on that thing, but then be careful on the crescendo that you're not coming out of the texture right there. The groove is not pristine, but it's reasonably close. But that it has to be pristine. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, the trumpets on that move to the front, the visual compromising a little bit, and within that cascade there, every single voice, every single new entrance has got to be sent to stage, and then the people within the sustained notes of the cascade have got to either back away, or the entrance has got to be a little bit stronger, so the cascade, that dialogue of the quarter note down or whatever it is, never ever gets lost. I mean, it's a great effect, but it's got to be absolutely spot on. Nice control of the conducting pattern by the drum major. Nice use of the left hand. A nice fluid left hand, but finish the gesture. In other words, don't get to the peak of that too soon. I dealt with that. Okay. Same thing here. I mean, nice fluid motion of the hands, but coming out of the decrescendo too soon. If you do that and they're truly following you, then the decrescendo is going to stop in midair. Nice sensitive playing behind the soloist here. Ooh, a little bit of a pitch problem there, mellophone on that one sustain. No. Good control of this transfer, be real careful of trumpets that were not having any sort of pear-shaped notes right there, and also the quality of the sound on the peak of that. The movement into it was very well handled, and that can be tricky. We did a nice job on that. Nice groove here being laid down by the percussion. Some slight synchronicity issues between the bass drum and the other people in that ensemble right there. Okay, just really relax with his trumpets. Nice little descending line there in the low winds. Concert bass is just a little bit loud for the ensemble right there. Yeah, make sure that one visual move is perfectly lined up with the feet and with the music right there. It will be a good effect, but it just is a little bit on the not well defined. More drama here. Da. And you got to make us wait for that last note of the phrase. I mean, like it's you got to lay it in the middle of last week, so that the drama is here, and just give it more attitude and more grit. Yeah, be looking to communicate at a higher level, and to create a little conversation. And to create a picture in the minds of the performers, what are we looking to sell here or to communicate to our audience? Because otherwise it's just an ostinato musical phrase. Okay. I mean, you can play around with that a little bit dynamically, but I think it's more their understanding. What does this music say? What do we want it to say? That's just the highest possible level of communication, which is really what you want in terms of the musicality on this sheet. The beginning of that phrase was not all that well defined rhythmically, but as we played it, it got better. Okay, appreciate the upper tessitura trumpet. It's got to be just a bit more relaxed. If you're going to go to that effect, it's got to be pristine. It can't seem like there's any reaching at all. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Clarity of that needs to be considerably better. More expressiveness out of the percussion will really help in general. Pretty strong sense of unity in the way you present it. Okay, this is developing nicely. Nice strong conducting, by the way. That was a nice little sequence. I'm looking particularly from the 45. A few quality of sound things in the trumpets here. More air, better air. Ba-da-da. As light as humanly possible, trumpets. Yeah, really good. Low brass, we're really good to be finishing the phrase, and all of those more active rhythms. Dow, da da dow. Yeah, those unison rhythms need to be defined perfectly, so that the level of communication is such that it sounds like one person or 15 people thinking with one brain. Slight disconnect vertically here between the upper woodwinds and the rest of the ensemble. Yeah, it's the ostinato that needs refinement. That dialogue between the trumpets and the low winds right there. D dot dot dot. Take your time with that. Spatial relationships breathing inconsistently. Yeah, it just may very well be the pitch and the low winds there. That's a little bit of an issue. That's going to be a good effect. Really strong effort at communicating. The feet are getting in the way a little bit here, and maybe a little bit of minor endurance getting in the way. But I think in a number of ways, even though my caption is different, I think definite improvements from last week, and some really nice expressive opportunities. And as I mentioned, Craig, in my email to you, I think that the possibilities for for this to be a real finesse band, every single time you have that opportunity, I would go for it. And then just to pick a couple of high spots. Okay, these these are the big moments, and they're going to usually be ensemble hits, 2D things that once they lock in. And I thought that the 2D effects were a little bit tighter than they were last week, and so that's a little bit stronger from a communication performance viewpoint. But I think you're on a very normal path of development with all this, and really enjoyed your efforts this evening. So best of luck.
Best of luck to you. Enjoy the program.